This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.
Of course, while the bill may have passed now through its stages in Parliament, there's still been plenty of protests today, both within Parliament and outside. Here's Jessica Much with this report.
It may be an intense plea to the Prime Minister.
Call yourself a Kiwi! You're greedy!
But it's too little, too late. The small group marching from Te Papa to Parliament,
Keep our assets going, going, going.
Trying to convince some politicians to change their mind and stop the partial sell-off.
100. We have $1,500.
Labour MP Charles Cheval joining in the role play.
And thank you very much, New Zealand, for letting us have these beautiful assets. Now bugger off.
This protest is one of a series of demonstrations happening throughout the country today. Another group gathered in Auckland outside Mercury Energy, which is the retail arm of Mighty River Power. The energy company is said to be the first asset partially sold. There was opposition in the debating chamber too, with a fiery last-ditch debate.
I understand that, and I understand they're still making the same old speech.
Order! That chicken member.
Did we have an election on this issue? And they, in their arrogant way, believe that they are right.
Laugh now and cry later.
The fight is not finished. It will be out of here and onto the streets.
He's talking about the citizens-initiated referendum. Opponents need more than 300,000 signatures to make that happen. Don't forget the referendum isn't binding, so even if they get the numbers, it may not make a difference. Jessica Much, One News.
Our political editor Corin Dan is back with us. Corin, the focus now turns to the sale process. How confident is the government that New Zealanders will actually buy shares?
Well, I think they've been feeling a little bruised given the protests and the opposition to this legislation, but they are feeling buoyed now that some polls are showing that as much as 60% of those of New Zealanders would buy, even though they don't like the asset sales policy. Of course, now we're going to see this big advertising campaign roll out, this talk of being able to buy shares in banks, even via the internet. What they can't afford, though, is the old Facebook flop, as one person suggested to me, whereby the share price falls lower after it's been listed. That type of thing would be disastrous for the credibility of this asset sales program, so they're going to have to be very careful to make sure that doesn't happen, and the opposition, of course, will be riding them all the way.
All right, thanks, Corin. Political editor Corin Dan.
This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.